Hi, Olympies. I'm kinda sick. I'm kinda sick. I am super duper sorry if I sound kind of off today or kind of not great. Harya's dying? No. Don't immediately jump to that. Thank you for the head pat, Richard. How is everybody today? How is everybody? How was your Harless week? Why are you streaming if you're sick? I made a promise earlier in the week. I forget when I actually posted my schedule this week. I want to say it was maybe Monday. I didn't feel very sick then. I didn't feel super sick then. But what are the little bald rat things? They're not bald rats. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up the picture. I already have it up. Here's Wait, I accidentally muted myself. Okay, here's you guys. Here's you guys. You see? This is you. This is what you look like. You are an Olympi. Let me make this bigger. Let me make this bigger so you guys can like completely see yourself. Because I only have the one Olympi on screen. That's what we look like. We're Olympies? Yeah, it's you guys. It's you guys, Olympies. Okay, so here's your reference sheet. I love you guys, so I went out and I commissioned a reference sheet for you. I want you guys to know exactly what you look like. You look exactly like this. These little dudes that are on my shoulders and on my head, those are baby Olympies. Those are baby Olympies. That's what you guys look like before your fur grows in. That's you. They don't look the same as the one on your shoulders. Well, you know, not even remotely the same skeletal structure. Okay, so Imagine the little dudes on my shoulders, right? Imagine them on all fours. Bam. Now cover them in gray fur. Bam. Baby L1Fs. Baby L1Fs. You guys just don't have your fur. They look like hairless Pikachu with that pose. Do you guys... Then they're just rats? They're not rats! They're not rats! They're not rats! L1Fs. 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 You gotta be nice to your brothers and sisters, okay? They're still young. You have to be a good role model for them. Hold on, I didn't have the whole thing on the screen. Here you go. Here you go, L1Fs. I'm the smug one. If you're the smug one, who's the sad L1F? Who's the sad L1F here today, L1Fs? Heartless week. It was awful. I'm sorry. I got dragged out of the house. I said no numerous times, and I kind of had my hand forced. I got dragged out of the house. It was awful, L1Fs. I want to headbutt some of our L1F brethren. Why? You love your fellow L1Fs, right? Trying to figure out what curse I have today. Why do you have a curse? Are brothers and sisters beat on each other? I'm an only child. As an only child, thank you for the follow, bread baskets. I hope you're having a nice, God, what is today even? Thursday? Is today Thursday? I want to say it's Thursday. I'm thinking it's a Thursday. Today feels like a Thursday. Today's Thursday because you guys are getting, you guys are getting your cookie raffle thing opening up tomorrow. Thank you for the 4 months of being subbed, Chef Hathaway. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. I'm the sad L1F because I'm going to bed. Oh, sleep well, Vita. Don't be sad because you're going to bed. Be happy because you're about to be cozy. But I got dragged out of the house, unfortunately. I wanted to stay in the house. I wanted to not go anywhere, but I kind of had my hand forced whenever my friends kind of bought a ticket for me, and I had to go out. It was bad, L1Fs. It was bad. There's no coziness when the weather is so warm. That is true. That is true. Like, I'm the kind of person L1Fs. I don't know if you guys are like this or not, but I'm the kind of person where, like, if it's too hot, I can't really sleep because I need to have a blanket over me no matter what the weather is like. It can't just be a thin one either. It needs to have a little, at least a bit of heft to it. And I've tried to find ways to, like, trick my brain over the years. I found if I take a chunk of the blanket and put it on, like, my midsection, doesn't need to be on my feet, doesn't need to be up over my shoulders. If I just, like, take a chunk of a blanket and put it over, like, my midsection and not the entirety of me, that works. That works for me just fine. But if it gets too hot, even that's unpleasant. 2 weeks straight. I've had something happening on the daily. I'm sorry. I hope everything, like, calms down soon. Chills out. Like, I'm still... How do I put this? I'm still at, like, negative social battery right now. I'm, like... I would love to just do nothing for, like, a good week or so and let my battery recharge, because up until this morning, actually, I was asleep whenever I left. I had a friend over, and he was staying in my house and, like, sleeping in my house, and I gotta be honest, unless I'm, like, super duper crazy, like, insanely, like, best friends forever tier with somebody, I usually don't feel very comfortable with someone in my house. Like, I kinda... How do I put this? I'm always kind of on edge. And I'm the sort of person where, like, they can be my friend and stuff, but I will still mostly prefer to be, like, I don't know, in my room, trying not to be around too much. I'm a bit of a shut-in, L1Fs. I'm a bit of a shut-in, like, unless you drag me kicking and screaming out of the house, like, I do not like social interaction, L1Fs. I'm one of those look who came out of his cave types. So yeah, it's been like a constant. I don't want to say it's a bad thing because I enjoyed having my friend visiting, but it was like a constant drain on me socially, and like I want to just like relax and chill out for like, I don't know, a week or something. But I want to see my Awomfis too. I want to see my Awomfis, and that's you guys. That's you guys. That's why we are here now, today. Some of us weren't blessed with fur. Bully the hairless ones? No. Don't bully your brothers and sisters. Don't do that. As an only child in my dreams, all siblings get along perfectly. You all love each other. You're all going to help each other do your best and get ahead. We don't. In my dreams, that is how siblings interact, and I expect you guys to be good to your brothers and sisters, okay? Do it for me, Awomfis. Do it for me. Do it for me. Love your little brothers and sisters. Their fur hasn't grown in yet. It's Sunday. I know it's not Sunday because... What did I do on Sunday? I think I was coming back home on Sunday. I think. I forget. It's been a long like week and some change on these. I did actually stream like 2 or 3 days while my buddy was at my house, and I gotta be honest, Awomfis, those were like my last, I think, like 2 days streaming last week. I was kind of nervous. Because I was like, what if my friend, like, I don't know, bursts into my room, or what if my friend screams? What if my friend, like, I don't know, disconnects the internet? I was a little bit worried. But I did my thing. That would have been funny? No. That would have been bad. Comforter. Yeah, usually I like to have like a nice heavy comforter or something over me. I want to try weighted blankets. I know one of you was suggesting, what was it? Hush blankets, I think. But they had a cooling blanket and it was all sold out. So even if I did have the money, even if I did want to get one, like, I couldn't really afford to. I could maybe buy one for like twice the price, jacked up somewhere, but like I was even looking on like Amazon and they were all sold out. Hi Toma. Friend comes in and doxes your heck house asking about pizza. Yeah, he's like, can we get a pizza at 1807 Washington DC, White House Lane? And I'll be like, no, we can't. You need to leave right now. You gotta go. Kinda autism-ish. Yeah, I've heard that's like a thing with people that have autism, is like they like to have like pressure over top of them while they're sleeping. I've never been officially diagnosed or anything, Awomfis, so I can't say, but I've got some qualities, some tendencies that lead me to believe maybe if I were to go get tested, but I think that's one of those things where there's not like medicine for autism, right? I don't think you can medicate away autism, so like I don't think it would really change anything to know if I had autism or not. Like I'm pretty normal. I'm pretty functional, right? Other than the like shut up in the house and don't have a lot of friends thing. Like I'm pretty normal. I feel that. It's nice to just chill by yourself. Yeah, like after being around people for like an entire week, I feel like I want to do some things that I can't say I want to do on Twitch. I feel like I want to pass away for a week or 2 or 3, maybe more. Just temporarily. I'll get better. Don't worry. In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill. The worst is when you leave the cave to refill water and everyone stares. I think I think most people here have probably been here, have been there. Show of hands, Elfie. Show of hands. Have you been the weird one who like comes out during family functions and they're like, look who came out of their cave? Has that been you? That's been me. That's been me. I have another one. I have another one that I always get hit with now. Gotta ask if you guys get this one too, Elfies. Do you guys ever get hit with the so where are my grandchildren? I get that one all the time. It feels bad, Elfies. It feels bad. Every time my mother speaks with me, she's like, so got any grandkids on the way for me? And I'm like, no, Mom. Sorry. Still not dating anyone. Sorry. No kids on the way just yet. Maybe try asking again next week. And I don't know. Things might change in a week. A week's a long time. Give me a call then. My brother had the grandkids, and I'm unlikely to have kids. Yeah, I don't know. Like I want kids super duper bad. I want these, but I don't know. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening, unfortunately. I want to have like 100 million, bazillion, trillion, sextuplet, quadrillion Google litters of puppies, but we can't all have everything we want. You know? You know, on face? That's just the way things are. That's just the way things are. We gotta, I don't know, accept that we're not gonna have everything. Kids in this economy, adopt us instead. I wanna have my own puppies, you know? Maybe someday. Maybe someday, Ellen Face. We'll have robots one day and we'll teach them things. I don't wanna have a robot kid. I don't want a robot kid. That's not the same. That's not the same. Let me go up and welcome everybody in. It's been like 15 minutes. I'm bad at this one. I'm face. I gotta be honest. Every time I come back from like not having streamed for more than like 3 days, I'm always like, how do I stream? What am I missing? What am I gonna do wrong? What am I forgetting? Every single time, I'm face. Welcome in, Richard Rebuttal. Welcome in, Vita, and good night, Vita, if you're already in bed. Welcome in, Ronma. Welcome in, Sigurd. Welcome in, Blessed Heretic. Welcome in, Howl. Welcome in that one guy, Cedos. Welcome in Zero Elec. Welcome in Dabs. Welcome in DTW. Welcome in Chef Hathaway. Welcome in Also, sorry if I'm like, I don't know, clearing my throat or like coughing at all during this. My throat is killing me right now. Welcome in Toma. Welcome in Lexa. Welcome in Romans. Welcome in welcome in anyone that might be like chilling out and lurking. And if I missed anyone, you can yell at me. You can literally just like yell at me and be like, Haru, I hate you. Where's my hello? Haru, you didn't say hello to me. I'm leaving forever now and I'm unsubbing and I'm going to charge back Twitch for all of the subs that I've given you. And also, I'm going to dox you publicly because you forgot my hello. My parents don't ask about grandkids because they know me. I don't like the grandkids question, always. I don't like it. No grandkids. Them boys can't get pregnant yet, maybe. I won't phase. Do I gotta whip out the Emperor Gart? Do I gotta do it? I'm already in the process of doing it, so you can't say no. You can't say no. Whenever I asked if I should do it, I was already in the process. Haru, where's the remote? What remote? Which remote? Here you go, I won't phase. Here you go. Here's your Emperor. Here's your Emperor Gart. I was already whipping that up whenever I asked. Hi Sam, how are you today? How's your Thursday treating you? Thursday. Today's Thursday. Gotta drill that into my brain. Like, Honestly, that's another thing too, is not streaming makes me lose track of the days. That is the only thing that really, like, helps me keep track of the days, is, like, Monday, I gotta start, like, doing all of my edited content and videos and this and that, and then, like, Tuesday is the actual, like, start of the week for me now. How do you feel about that, by the way, at One Piece? How do you feel about the no Monday stream thing? How has that one been working out for your Haru batteries? Has it been all right? Has it been bad? Hi, Brathren. How's your Thursday treating you? I've been able to start getting a little bit of video editing done, and video editing is tough. It's time consuming. It's time consuming on One Piece. I almost have another edited video out though. It's gonna be another short one. It's like 12 seconds long or something. It takes me like, at the point I'm at right now, it takes me like, I want to say a couple of hours to get even like a 12-second or like 30-second video out. Like, I am not good at editing right now. I'm not good at it. Feels a little bad. Robo kids are better. They have lasers and rocket boots and they're made out of titanium. It's gonna be an AI thing where Haru will abandon the robot in the woods when they have a kid. Huh? And like the AI will come to hate me? Is that the kind of story we're cooking up right now? Please take care and rest, Haru. I want to make sure you guys have some Haru too. Plus. I already promised, like, I want to say it was like last month or something. I said on the 15th of this month is when we're going to open up our early bird cookie package thing. So that'll be tomorrow. Like, regardless of whether or not I'm feeling good or not, I'm at least gonna be here for 2 hours tomorrow, so I can open that up. After that goes live though, like, I don't know how long those are going to stay up. Why does my kitten have a beef with my right toe? Are you perhaps wiggling it? Are you perhaps wiggling it too much and your cat is getting mad? Haru, I need another hello, or I will die. Hi, Chef Hathaway. Hi. How are you? All right, let me get the Empire Guard off screen. Let me get that off. I know you guys really like it. Probably like half as much as I do, but we can't have that one up all the time. I could make that like a really stretched, like really bad looking version of our background. I don't actually know how to do that in OBS. I don't know how to stretch things out so they look real bad. If I did, I would probably be doing that more often, because like, you can use that to comedic effect on One Piece. You can just take things and stretch them out real funny. Actually, can I do? No, it's not that. Is it this? Is it this? Oh, there we go, One Piece. I figured out how to do this before, because I made the one buff Haru, the really wide Haru art, really wide. You guys remember that, right? I figured out how to do it. Change the size a bunch in MS Paint. I don't even gotta do that. Okay, this is what our stream is going to look like for the rest of forever now. Hope you like it on One Piece. You guys, chat isn't going to be on screen at all anymore. I'm not going to play video games anymore. I'm just going to talk to you guys. I'm gonna be stuffed down into this corner, and you're gonna have to look at the pregnancy art from now on. Let me see if I can stretch it that way. That makes it look too normal. Here we go. One Piece. Oh God, what have I done to it? Let me just Control Z until it's back where it should be. I shouldn't be playing with that. I'm gonna break something. On One Piece. My awful cold is finally breaking. I'm glad to hear it. I had a really bad headache before I started streaming too, so I took I think an Advil and some generic brand acetaminophen. Like, I meant to pull up like a thing that I saw for this before. They did a study on that. I think I've told you guys this before. They did a study. If you take something where the active ingredient is ibuprofen, and then you also take acetaminophen, those together will typically give most people like more pain relief than what's the one painkiller they give you after major surgeries? Is it oxycodone? Yeah. It gives more relief in some cases than that. Probably not if you've had like a major surgery or whatever, but like just for general pain relief. No Monday is good if it's good for you. Huh? No Monday is good if it's good for you. What? I come back to you being pregnant. Yeah, I like the Mpreg art. Like that is one of my most used art pieces. Gotta be honest, I love that one on One Piece. I love that one so much. Not good at it right now. Let's take care and rest. I gotta spend some time with you guys, you know. I don't. She just hates the right tilt. Maybe you stepped in something a little bit too catnip, like, you know. It could happen to any of us. While I was staying at a buddy's house, cause I had a buddy stay at my house, and then I traveled and I stayed at a buddy's house. My buddy has cats, and like, oh my gosh, everything was covered in cat hair. I used to have cats, and like, I guess I just got used to it, but like, I was trying so hard not to like get all of my clothes and stuff covered in cat hair. I think I maybe took like a cat hair roller with me and then lost it. Like one of those lint rollers. You guys know the ones I'm talking about, right? Haru, careful. If you take too much, you'll see the Hat Man? What's the Hat Man? I've never heard of the Hat Man before. We went from Spirit Halloween to Pregnant Haru. Yeah, you gotta, you know, hang out outside of the pregnancy ward and talk about babies and kids and children. That'll be all we talk about after we permanently change our background to the pregnancy art. We'll just talk about like having kids and like pregnancies and babies and like how to raise your child properly. That'll be our new Zatsu content from now on. He doesn't know about the Hat Man? Is this a real thing? Am I being gaslit right now? Is this a real thing? I feel like this could be one of two things. I could either be being gaslit, or this could just be one of those like one of those random things where I'm just super out of touch and it's a real thing and everybody knows about it except for me. Come here, Haru. I'll squeeze your head till the headache dies. I think you would probably like pop my head and kill me before then. Like, you gotta realize on One Piece, I'm tiny. I'm a little guy. Like, you can probably kill me pretty easily. You can just pick me up and apply too much pressure to me. It's like how I don't know how like kids can accidentally like hurt animals because they don't know any better and like they're way bigger than them. It's like that on One Piece. I'm squishable. I'm squishable. You could squeeze all of my innards out of me. Don't harm the Haru. Ibuprofen is good, reduces inflammation. I don't know what actually causes headaches in most cases. I don't know if it's like an inflammation thing or if it's like a blood pressure thing or what, but like my head hurts. Dehydration, lack of fresh air. I got plenty of fresh air this weekend. Okay, buddy, I don't need any more of that. Plus, I'm allergic to grass on One Piece. I don't remember the last time I've told you guys that one. I'm literally allergic to grass. Hi, Cat Putz. How are you? How are you? Have you watched the new Dan Da Dan episode yet? Okay, so I didn't know what that was until like maybe an hour or two before stream. I was looking at Twitter and I saw it trending and I was like, what is this? Because I saw it somewhere else kind of recently and I clicked on it and people were talking about it like they were like, oh, the newest episode of Dan Da Dan made me cry or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's probably an anime. What is it? What is it about? Like, I don't really keep up on new anime releases. Like, a lot of people here will call me a weeaboo just because I want to move to Japan or whatever, but like, I don't really watch anime too much. I don't really read manga too much. Not that often. Not that often. Why does that just sound like a girl's slumber party? We gotta talk about how we're going to dress up our babies, Alonfis. You're gonna have your very own Alonfi. What kind of accessories will you put on him? Think about that. Think about that. Here, let me scoot back over. You get your very own Alonfi. You get your very own Alonfi. What are you gonna put on him? Like, are you gonna give him like I don't know, a hat? Are you gonna like puff up his tail some? Maybe get him like I don't know, like some blue fires on his side so he goes faster. I want mine to not be hairless. Accessories, I duct tape 3 knives to it. Alonfis, don't make battle Alonfis. Okay? Don't do battle Alonfis. Don't do battle Alonfis. That's bad. But head squeezing does fix headaches and migraines. Does it? Does it? If I were to like put my hands on either side of my head right now and give it like a good crushing, would it fix my headache? Probably not. Oh, okay. Okay. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. I can't tell if you're being serious. I am easy to gaslight. I'm very easy to gaslight. Don't push in hard soft spot. No, I don't have a soft spot. That's the thing that like babies have until like their skulls are fully developed or something, right? Right? Headaches are hard to pin down. Yeah, like I feel like they can come from like a billion different things. Why is the Alonfi giving me the air fryer stare? What's the air fryer stare? What does that mean? Is that like whenever you're like cooking something or like reheating something in your air fryer and you're just like sitting there watching it? Is that the air fryer stare? I've never heard that term before. People have these like mental filters that prevent them from using their body's full strength. That's why some mental patients are ridiculously strong. They don't have that filter. An adrenaline rush. A lot of kids have problems with that. Is that true? Is that true? I feel like I've heard that's fake before. I feel like I've heard that's a fake thing. I have the manga. What's it about? They're still tiny and can't make the best use of that power. Clearly, you don't own an air fryer. Oh, you don't have an air fryer. He has the smug look of superiority on his face because he does have an air fryer. It's about aliens and ghosts, kinda. It's also well animated, kinda 90s anime coded. That kind of sounds interesting. That kind of sounds interesting. I'm especially more so interested whenever you say it's 90s anime coded. I love old like traditional hand animated stuff. Like it looks so great, Alonfis. It looks so great. I strongly encourage all of you. Go watch one of my favorites. Go watch Cardcaptor Sakura, Alonfis. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's worth a watch, trust me. It's not just for little girls. It's not just for little girls. You gotta go watch Cardcaptor Sakura, and you gotta come back and you gotta tell me what your favorite episode was. Okay? You need to tell me which one was your favorite, or else I'm going to be very upset with you on one face. I'd probably add my signature accessories. What are your signature accessories? Like, I don't know, if I had like an Alonfi of my own that I could like deck out, like I'd get him like he could have like a little like top hat. He could have like some big square rimmed glasses. Maybe he'll have like a tiny cane. I don't know. Hard to say Alonfis. Hi Haru, hope your stream goes great today. You're amazing. Hi Agni Wagni, how are you? Thank you for dropping by. I hope you're having a nice Thursday. But I think today's stream is going to be good as long as my throat isn't killing me too much. As long as my throat doesn't give out partway through. I don't like being sick, I won't face. I don't like being sick, but I think I can manage. I think I can manage. Like, before stream time, I was kind of like, I was sitting there by myself in my room and like just talking to myself. Just to make sure that my voice worked, because like, otherwise I was going to go like the entire day up until stream time not having spoken to anyone, and I was like, I should probably at least see if I can talk a little bit before I start streaming today. Warm-ups are important. Most days I don't do any kind of warm-up. Like, I just come into stream and that's like the first time I've spoken some days. So, especially since my throat was hurting me, like I had to make sure today that I was feeling good. I'm just okay. Thursday's going well enough. I hope you can turn that okay into a like excellent. A 10 out of 10. Best day ever experienced. Ever. Replace your voice with Microsoft Sam. Text to speech. I don't think anybody would drop by if you couldn't hear the soothing, velvety tones of my voice. Right, on one face? Right? That's what you're here for. You don't have to sugarcoat it. You don't have to sugarcoat it. You're here for my you're here for my extremely deep, bassy baritone voice. Baritone's the deepest one, right? You guys are here for my super silky, deep tones. Baritone is above bass. Oh, well, bass then. Bass. My deep, bassy voice. The male white voice? What's that supposed to mean? I want mine to carry an M18 Claymore on his back? You wouldn't have your own feel like... approach somebody with an active Claymore on his back, would you? If you squeeze hard enough, theoretically, you'd never have a headache ever again. I don't think you guys want me to squeeze my head that hard. People used to drill holes into their head to cure headaches. I've actually heard about that one before. Like, there were a lot of weird... How do I put it? There were a lot of weird, like, medical procedures and stuff like that surrounding, like, the head and the brain back in the day, because, like, we didn't understand how that stuff worked. And I think I heard, like, the reason that they drilled holes in people's head was because they thought that, like, headaches were caused by, like, pressure or something, I believe, and they were trying to, like, let some pressure out, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I remember hearing about that. Heart is a baby. I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. I'm a fully grown adult heckhound with responsibilities and a job and taxes. We're gonna talk about for today's Zatsu. We're gonna talk about 401ks and pensions. Make sure you speak with your employer about your pension program today. Okay, Olympus? I don't actually know how a pension works. Or a 401k. I would do terrible talking about either of these. I'm not gaslighting. I found an interesting way, which I won't elaborate. If your roommate is up for it, ask them to hug your head really tight for 5 seconds and see how it goes. I think my head would get crushed. I think there's a genuine possibility that I might not survive if somebody were to, like, go full pressure maxing on my head. You know, I don't know if that would be good for me. I don't know if that would be good for me. It's more about inhibitions than anything else, if I recall correctly, which is why a drunk punch hits harder. I did good on One Face. Speaking of drinking, I did good. I was out with a bunch of friends in a partying environment. I didn't have a single drink of alcohol, not a single drop of alcohol touched my lips because I promised you guys I wouldn't, and not a single drop of caffeine touched my lips. I'm a good boy, Almovies. There were a few times I was tempted. There were a few times I was like, maybe just like a taste of something wouldn't hurt. But I didn't. I didn't because I remember I promised you guys. So, you know. Good boy, Haru. You don't need booze to have fun. It is tasty, though. It is tasty. I will say that. I will say that. I want a chef alonfi with either a pot or a colander on its head. Those are those are like the wire mesh things that you dump like pasta or like potatoes into that like strain out all the water, right? That's a colander, unless I'm mistaken. I forget the names for things. I just call that like a strainer. I always just say like, hey, where's the mesh strainer? Where's the mesh strainer? One of my signature accessories is the necklace in my profile picture. Oh, I'll have to check it out. Don't put Haru's head in the pneumatic press. I 100% support the Claymore Awomfi. Awomfi is... I don't think the Awomfi in question would survive. Like, I've always kind of been curious about Claymores. Like, if you have one set and like you're on the other side of it, like, isn't it still kind of dangerous? Like, it's an explosive even if it's directed, but like, I don't know, if you have it set like in like a doorway to a room or something and like it gets triggered and you're like inside the room, isn't that still like really dangerous for you? I don't know how this stuff works. It's mostly the shrapnel. But wouldn't like I don't know, the explosives and the shrapnel like bounce around the room? Hi Denji. How was your first Haru full Thursday of I don't know, like two weeks? I guess I wasn't here on Thursday last week. How is it going? How's your Thursday treating you? Hydrate? Okay, let me get a drink. I'm actually pretty thirsty. I'm pretty thirsty. Thank you for the drink. Oh man, I should have made some hot tea before stream time today because my throat is just killing me. I have like the kind of cold. I don't know if you guys know the kind where it feels like there's like a big painful like swollen lump in my throat, and like every time like I swallow it's painful, and then like half the time like whenever I'm speaking like certain tones are painful as well because it feels like I'm like rubbing up on my own insides in a painful way. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you don't know the kind of cold I'm talking about, then like don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Haru, pensions are super rare in the US? Are they? Huh? I thought like everybody got a pension. Is that not a thing? I thought if you worked at like the grocery store for like 80 years you'd have like a pension and like you'd be like good to go. You're funny? What do you mean? What do you mean? I thought everybody got a pension, right? When I hear 401k, I just remember Teen Titans Go. Did they have something related to 401ks in it? If your brain is swelling, drilling holes will allow pressure to escape. Likewise, squeezing your head can relieve pressure. Wouldn't just applying more pressure like be worse? Wouldn't that be worse? Tight doesn't mean destroy my head. Sorry about that. Hi Ria, how are you today? I'm sick. I'm sick. How are you today, Ria? It's good to see you. I hope you've been well. I got abducted and kidnapped from my house and I got taken away for like a full week, and like honestly, it was kind of mid. It was kind of mid. I would have rather stayed home and been with you guys and not having gotten sick. That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. I feel like every single time I leave my house, like, my immune system is not prepared for the outside world of movies. Every single time I get pulled out of my house, I get sick. Every single time, without fail. Without fail. Get well soon. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Hopefully this will just be something that'll, I don't know, go away on its own real quick. One can only hope on movies. I just have life insurance from my company, but who gets pensions then? Who gets a pension? I thought everybody got those. Who actually has one? I come here and I see floof. You see, in order to avoid the explosive force, just wield the claymore more properly in the wrath stance. The what? What? I've been fighting the school board. My school is so bad. What have you been fighting them about, Benji? I'm super sorry, Elmonfees. This is probably going to be most of today and tomorrow. Hopefully my cold is gone, like, by the time the weekend is over. Tea is essential for streams, IMO. Usually I just have water most of the time. Like, if I'm feeling sick, I'll occasionally, like, cook up some tea or something like that. But most of the time, like, I just have water, because I'm too lazy to make tea. Most of what I drink on Elmonfees is I drink let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I drink decaf genmaicha. I think I can find the exact one that I buy. Is it this one? I think this is the box that I buy. I think this is the one I usually get. Not 100% sure, but like 90% sure this is the tea I buy most of the time. It's decaf, so like I'm not putting caffeine into me, but like genmaicha is so tasty, Elmonfees. It's so tasty. It has like, they roast up rice with it, with like the green tea leaves, and it's so nice. It's so nice, Elmonfees. If you've never tried it, please pick some up. I love this stuff. Teen Titans Go, who teach you to evade taxes and stuff, they can't do that. They can't do that. That would get them taken off the air, right? Pressure outside doesn't equal pressure inside. Yeah, but if stuff's trying to escape from like the inside, wouldn't putting more pressure back on it from the outside just like cause the skull in the middle to explode and crumple? I don't know. I don't understand pressure dynamics on Elmonfees. I don't understand pressure dynamics. I don't know how that stuff works. I thought pensions are just for retired people? Your tonsils are inflamed? I'm familiar with these colds. I usually can't sing high-pitched during that. You think? I think what? Also, hi testicle tyrant. How are you today? How's your testicular Thursday going? How's it going? How's it going? That's the UK. Retired people? Union workers? Huh? But did people in the US used to get pensions? Was that like a thing in the past? I swear that was a thing. I swear that was a thing. I remember hearing about like old people being like, I'm going to live off of my pension now, right? More people used to belong to unions. Government workers get pensions? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I'm not good about this whole job thing, Elmonfees. I'm still a NEET at my heart and core, so maybe it's that. Haru, do we need to get you a cute little helmet for your head? I had one of those back whenever the people were working on my roof, and I was kind of worried today that they were going to like be working on my roof into stream time, because they showed up at like 2:30 or something like that, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna go on all day. And they were there for maybe like 30 minutes. They were gone quick. I was kind of concerned though. That's what a 401k is? They can and they have? I think I should give tea another try, maybe? Yeah, tea is great, Elmonfees. I love tea. Private sector work doesn't guarantee pensions. You're supposed to have a retirement on your own. That's what a 401k is. I think I've asked this before. Is it called a 401k because you're supposed to have like $401,000 Is that why it's called that? You're supposed to have like approximately $500,000 when you go to retire. Is that why it's called that? It's like a plan name or something. Why are you making the sus face at me? Why? It's a genuine question. It's a genuine question from a neat heckhound who doesn't have any savings or any retirement plans, and once I'm like 10,000 years old, I'm gonna be out of luck. I'm gonna be out of luck on One Piece. I won't have saved a dime, and I'll be like, oh, this is what the 401k was for. It's okay, Hard. No one has savings either. I won't phase. Please try to make sure you at least have enough savings that if anything major were to come your way, like say you got into a really bad accident and you couldn't work for like a month or something. Try to have enough saved up that you'd be okay during that. Okay. You get your arm sawed off in a horrible arm sawing off accident, and you're in the hospital and they have you strapped up to the bed for a full month, and you can't move and you can't leave and you can't work. Make sure you have enough money to make it through there. Although if you're in the hospital the entire month, I don't think anybody could get past that. Medical bills alone would wipe out any savings. I do think in the US, like, maybe do a little research on your own. You can maybe not pay your medical bills and get away with it because that doesn't hit your credit super hard. But maybe don't do that if it's in a hospital that you want to keep going to. This is not like financial or legal advice in any way, shape, or form. Alumphys, do not try to like default on your payments and not pay anything, and then like be like the funny heckhound told me to do it. Not gonna work. Not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it, Alumphys. Social Security, I guess, is pension, but I don't think any of us will ever see it. What? That sounds maybe like vaguely political. Let's maybe not talk about Social Security. Maybe. Hey, hi Psycho Vulpes. How's it going? How's your Thursday? Puyo Puyo music. I love this song. This one, I don't know if this is from any other Puyo Puyo games, but I remember this one from Puyo Puyo Tetris. I would play it for like hours. And I would just play Tetris because I'm no good at the Puyo Puyo part. And I would just have this song on loop the entire time. It was so fun. It was so relaxing on one phase. So make sure you have some savings saved up on one phase. I have enough money for Haru cookies. Hi Bamic, how's Thursday treating you? How's your Thursday going? It has to do with profit sharing from private companies. Will match certain amounts of retirement savings. What if you're self-employed? What if you're self-employed? That's technically me, right? It's called a 401k because it's after a certain section of the government internal revenue code. So like if I were to look it up, I would just look up like I would look up that code and it would tell me how it works. Right. That's a Haru happy moment? What is? Huh? I'm good, thanks. How are you? I'm a little bit sick today. My voice hurts a tiny bit, my head hurts a tiny bit. I took some medicine before stream time and I'm trying my best to power through. I'm trying my best on One Piece. I don't know if we're necessarily going to do like a full-length stream today. I would feel bad to not do it. Thank you for the head pat, Lexa. I would feel bad to not do it considering like I've been gone for like a week. I'd feel bad to not do it on One Piece. I'd feel bad not to give you at least 4 hours. Have enough savings for the cookie raffle? I mean, I do have some what would you call it? Some guesstimates on how much stuff is going to cost. But do keep in mind, One Piece, if you check out the cookie raffle what are those called? The channel point redeem. It might like spike up in price a little bit around the holidays because these are intended to be like Christmas cookies. And I remember one year that I was mailing stuff out. It might have been during COVID. Stuff took like, I think there was at least one person who didn't get their cookies. They were in the US even, and they didn't get their cookies for like a good like 2 months after I sent them. This is why I vacuum seal everything now. I didn't used to do that. I didn't used to do that because it was like at most. Hi Delphiman. How's Thursday? How's Thursday? At most, like, before that year, it would be, like, even people in other countries, they would get their cookies in, like, a week, or, like, at the absolute worst, like, 2 weeks. And it was, I'm pretty sure it was the year that COVID happened, like, when was that? 2019? Because it has 19 in the name? That's how that works, right? I think you guys have told me that's related before, but I want to say it was like 2019 or 2020. Like, I sent out cookies, and some of them did not arrive for like 2 months, and I felt so terrible about that. That's why I started like vacuum sealing everything. You gotta learn eventually, Elmoface. You gotta learn eventually. The funny internet wolf told me not to pay my $10,000 credit card. Elmoface, pay off your credit cards. Use your credit cards. Here's what I have heard you should do. Pay everything with your credit card, but pay your card off immediately. So supposedly that's like really good for your credit. I don't know. I don't have a credit card. I don't want to get a credit card. That sounds dangerous. That sounds dangerous. Like, I am a responsible person, but I don't really have much in the way of an income, so if anything were to, like, happen and, like, somehow I got, like a $500 charge on my credit card, like, I'd be out of luck. I would be out of luck, and that would tank my credit score forever. Officer, please, the heckhound told me to do it. Elmoface, don't use me as an excuse, okay? Don't use me as an excuse. If I didn't have my insurance, I'd be screwed. I think that's just unfortunately how medical care is in the US. Good. Been relaxing from a pretty grindy work project by grinding on Monster Hunter Stories 2. I've heard good things about those games. I've never tried them out myself. I hope you can get whatever needs done for your work project all mopped up and finished up, and you can take it easy for the rest of the week afterwards. Hope you feel better. I've been a bit sick too. Make sure you're getting enough. What's the one people tell you to take when you're sick? Is it vitamin C or is it D? Maybe just take both to be careful. To be careful, to be sure. You know, take vitamin CD, like CDs. Those things that I don't know if they really exist anymore. I don't remember the last time I've seen a CD. I think I heard, like, music doesn't get released on CDs anymore. They have, like, they do, like, vinyl releases, and then, like, they release stuff digitally for most music these days, is what I've heard. Because I was kind of, like, I was kind of sort of interested in picking up a CD for a band that I liked, and then, like, I got looking around and, like, that's not a thing anymore. I was going to buy it just to, like, support the band that I liked because, you know, I figured, like, if I'm going to listen to this song 100 million times, I should at least throw a little bit of money their way. And then, like, I found out, like, CDs don't seem to be much of a thing anymore. Just chatting stream would still be good, not gonna lie. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling once we get to the end of this. Another thing that I did want to say, Elmoface, I'll talk about this tomorrow as well, because I know, like, not everybody's going to be here today, and I hope everybody is tomorrow, because tomorrow, like I said, is the day that the early bird cookie packages are going to go live. That'll be tomorrow after a Zatsu segment. I'll chat your ear off for like 2 hours, and then those are going live. That is when you are going to want to be here if you want the cookies, if you have been saving up. I can't believe the cookies are 1K each. That gold foil added a lot. No. But, the other thing that I wanted to say is probably next week, I'm going to try a little change on movies. Little teensy tiny change. We're going to swap to mid-roll ads. And what this means is you aren't going to get ads whenever you come in anymore. But I am going to have to take a break, like, I think it's once an hour for at least 3 minutes. So, like, that'll get me, like, up and, like, oh, I don't know. I will be moving around a little bit more. This will give me a little bit more money. That's not the reason that I'm going to do that. But I've heard a lot of people say, like, they click into streams and then they, like, immediately leave if they're hit with an ad. And I don't wanna keep, like, new people from, like, checking out the stream. So I'm thinking like next week I'm going to give that a try. I've been meaning to do that for a while, and I've just kind of been lazy because the idea of having to, like, set a timer or something like that and taking an actual break every single hour, that sounds hard. That sounds hard. Max out my credit card. Okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Why not subscribe to Haru for an ad-free experience? If you want. If you want. I feel bad asking you guys for money. I feel bad. I'm just saying, there's always gambling. There's this one saying I've heard of One Piece. You can lose 100% of your money gambling, but you can win infinite % of your money gambling. It's like the one funny picture where there are the two guys digging and the one guy's like he's giving up and there are like diamonds right beyond where he was going to dig. You guys know the one, right? Diamond digging. You guys have seen this. You guys have seen this one. Let me put this up on screen for you. My thought process is if somebody leaves after an hour, that's good for me that they were watching for an hour. Yeah, like I think like hourly breaks are probably going to be better for everybody because it's probably not good for me to sit here and not move a muscle for like 4 hours straight. I tell you guys to get up and like stretch during breaks and stuff, but I don't really do that myself. And I'm telling you guys, like, get up and move around so you don't get deep vein thrombosis, but I need to be a good example for you guys myself. Get up, Haru. Right now? Right now? I haven't turned on the the hourly ads yet. Vitamin C. I swear on those little packages with electrolytes and vitamin C. I probably don't get enough electrolytes in my diet, honestly. I used to have like a little squeezy bottle. Do it! Get up! Move the muscles! Right now? I used to have one of those like little squeezy bottles. Hold on, let me stand up, Please, let me stand up. Me at the top lane. I used to buy like those little electrolyte packet things that you could like you can squeeze them into like water and they, oh man, getting up feels good. Ow. I just cracked something. That was painful. I used to get like the little squeezy bottles. They're like, they kind of look like eyedropper bottles and you add them to water and they make your stuff kind of salty. And like, I don't know. I usually felt better whenever I had that stuff. I drink a fair amount of water. I should probably have more electrolytes in my diet. Most likely. I think LP records are making a comeback. What are LPs? I've heard that term before. I don't actually know what it stands for. I don't know what LPs are. I don't know what's the other one? Is it EP or ED or something like that? And then there are like multiple-sided discs and like there are so many musical terms that I don't know what they all mean. I don't know what they all mean on one of these. Wait, Haru isn't an ad? Yeah, I'm currently not sponsoring anything on movies. everything you're seeing here is 100% purely me. If you think Nintendo is like sponsoring me to sell you guys like Ocarina of Time and like Mario 64, like, you are mistaken. You are mistaken. They would probably sue me if they knew I existed, but I'm still too tiny. I'm still too tiny. I fly under their radar on one of these. I think it's better to have vitamin C consistently in your diet. Only taking it while sick might not be good for you. Have to look at the article again? Has there been like a study on that? I'm kind of interested in that. If you find that, please send it to me. I do kind of want to like, I want to kind of start health maxing a bit more on these. Hi Manishi. No turning back time. It's always been problematic. Face your regrets. What's problematic? Did I say something? Did I say something that I shouldn't have? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I'm a good boy, Face. I'm a good boy. Diamond Dogs, just like the Metal Gear, and nothing else. I love that album, Face. If you've never listened to Bowie, like, please go listen to. What are some of his more approachable albums? I feel like the ones that I like most aren't actually the albums that I would really recommend to people, because I listened through Bowie's entire discography, and the first time I was listening through, I bounced off most of his albums and like a lot of his different songs. And it wasn't until like I went back through and listened to his discography again that I was able to appreciate it more. And I don't know what I would put that up to, but it's hard for me to recommend like any one particular album, because he was an artist for such a long time, and like honestly I feel like he really pioneered a lot of genres. He dabbled in a lot of everything, and just depending on what you like best, there's probably a Bowie album out there for you. But I think my favorite is probably Scary Monsters. Scary Monsters is my all-time favorite like single album, but outside of that one, I would say probably like maybe Diamond Dogs and maybe Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars. Those are certified bangers on Fizz. Those are certified bangers. Go listen to those. Go listen to those ones for me. Hi, that genie problem. How's it going? How's your Thursday treating you? Responding to your stream title. What did I make it? It's like the song. It's like the song. If I could turn back time, like that one. You know all of these? Station to Station. See, I don't love Station to Station. I've tried listening to it several times, and I have a couple buddies who like swear by it. Station to Station isn't my favorite. It's not my favorite, and I always feel like a bit of a how do I put this delicately? I feel like every time I say I don't like Station to Station, I am made to feel like a pea-brained, flea-infested, smelly mutt. I feel like that is how I am always made to feel every time I say that I'm not too into Station to Station. But Scary Monsters is my favorite. The Stand? No. The album. The album. The song itself is really good too, but like that is such a good album phase. That is like one of my favorite albums to listen to, like front to back. I tend to be more into albums that kind of like how do I put this? Albums that like tell a story, you know. I don't feel like Scary Monsters is too much that, but I would call it my favorite just because it has like the highest density of songs on an album that I like, all on one album. Young American and Let's Dance are my favorite. Also love Black Star. See, I don't love Black Star either. And that's another one that kind of makes me feel like I'm... Like I'm not appreciating things enough, you know? Proceeds... How can I put this delicately? Proceeds to use every adjective to show disgust he can remember. I'm a smelly, stinky, flea-ridden, nasty, disgusting, midwit, dumb, stupid, uneducated, smelly mutt. That's how I feel whenever I talk about not liking Station to Station. I feel like most people that I've talked to that like Station to Station have very strong opinions on that one in particular. You know. Not gonna lie, I've been wanting to buy horse electrolytes. Don't buy the horse electrolytes. Don't buy the horse electrolytes. You will very likely kill yourself with the horse electrolytes. Me in the top lane. Gotta get those diamonds. I'm on phase. Something I always try to get, like, my friends and people that I care about to do, and that extends to you, because I care about you all, phase. I care about you guys a lot, and I want the best for you. I want you guys to, like, sit down occasionally and think over, like, your regular day-to-day, like, routine and, like, stuff that you do normally. Like, I don't know, maybe you, what's a good example? Maybe you play Fate Grand Order. And I encourage you to sit down and think, is this providing value to me? Is spending 100 rolls on Grand Blue Fantasy providing value to me? Is having my daily cigarette providing value to me? Is my Netflix subscription providing value to me? Like, think about those kinds of things, Elmophys, you know? Try to think of ways that you can make your life healthier and save some money. And I used to be kind of like, I was a tiny bit into a couple mobile games until I eventually just realized, like, man, these do not respect my time. I am not having any fun doing these stinky dailies. The most I ever won on slots was 8,000, but I had to lose 1,000 before I won that. Honestly, that's a pretty good trade-off, but I don't feel like you can really use that as the... You can't use that as like the baseline. This is how things are gonna go all the time, you know. I feel like most people are probably going to lose like $10,000 before they make $8,000. Black Star is hard to get into because it's about death, and it's hard to understand death. I understand that. I have... how do I put this without making things too dark? I have a complicated relationship with death. I had to face a lot of that whenever like I was younger, so I don't think I have the same kind of like feelings and opinions on it as most people. The thought of it doesn't really scare me, and I'm not really like, if I'm going to like I don't know, die, like get hit by a car tomorrow, like knowing that wouldn't really affect me that much, honestly. Like I don't care about that too much. Like it's something that's gonna happen. I think I have weird views regarding that compared to most people though. Drinking horse electrolytes and eating the gorilla food. Do not eat the gorilla biscuits. I think if I remember right, the gorilla biscuits, I was actually talking about this kind of recently. The gorilla biscuits, I think, had some sort of like minor steroid in them or something like that. And I actually had a buddy a while ago who had some connections. He had some connections. I don't think I talked about this on stream, but my one buddy that I went and I hung out with actually over the weekend, that's why I was gone. he has some connections and he can get the gorilla biscuits. And he was considering buying those and starting to eat them regularly, and like he was offering me some gorilla biscuits, and I had to be like, no, I'm sorry, I don't want the gorilla biscuits. I think if I were to eat a single gorilla biscuit, like I would immediately like bulk up and become really extremely like masculine and manly, and like I don't know. I fear for the reality in which I eat a gorilla biscuit. I fear for that. I fear for the reality, the Haru that did that, because I don't know. Like it seems dangerous, you know, to eat the gorilla biscuits. This could let me see. Is this image gonna be too big? That is way too big. Here is me after one gorilla biscuit, Here's me after a single gorilla biscuit. Would you still love me if I looked like that on the right? Have you been lying? I thought you were masculine and manly? Yeah, totally. 100%. Would you still love me if I looked like that on the right, Phase? Why do the gorillas get the steroids for free? I thought you looked like the right! Do I? Do they have the opposite biscuit? Just asking. It's called microplastics. It's called microplastics. That said, the mobile Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh games are pretty generous with their packs. I've actually heard that, and I've kind of been wanting to get into what is the Yu-Gi-Oh one called? Master Duel? I've kind of been wanting to get into that for a while, like on and off. I don't know. Instructions unclear. Quit my job and roamed endlessly. Don't quit your job, please. Don't quit your job. Microplastics? You mean seasonings? I won't phase. You've heard of microplastics before, but how do you feel about macroplastics? How do you feel about just taking a giant chomp out of like a Tupperware container? How do you feel about that? How do you think that would feel on your teeth as you chew through the macroplastics? Just sit down and think about that for a moment. Too chewy. I found the trading card hole. My humanity is gone. My daily routine is wake up, watch femboys on Twitch, do stuff while watching, fall asleep while watching, rinse and repeat. I mean, if you're happy. Hi, Milk Koken. How's it going? Like butter? I won't phase. Here's how you can add a little bit of flavor and seasoning to your macroplastic diet. Take your Tupperware, throw a little bit of butter, throw a little bit of cocoa and a little bit of vanilla into a pot, melt it down, then throw in your chunk of plastic. You'll have a nice tasty treat by the time you're done. It'll melt it down so you can just drink it. Don't do this. Do not do this. Whatever you do not eat plastic. We get enough of that in our diets. You don't need more plastic. Omphis, okay? There's a certain balance with the whole sit-down thing, though. If you make everything about value, you start to lose out on if things are fun or enjoyable with all things. Moderation, including moderation itself. This is true, but like, I feel like there are a lot of people that get very into the sunken cost fallacy mindset, where they're like, I have been playing my mobile game of choice for 5 years. I will continue to play it for another 5 years because I am in too deep. Whereas like, you gotta sit down and ask yourself, like, are you having fun? Are you enjoying yourself? And that's ultimately what it's all about, you know? And like, I ask the same thing about you guys as you sit here and watch me. Are you enjoying yourself? Are you having fun right now? I'm having fun chatting with you guys. Hi, Spooky Ghost. How's it going? How's Thursday treating you today? I could probably eat a plastic beer cup. Don't eat a plastic beer cup. Please don't eat the red solo cups, Omphis. Give me his contact. I need those biscuits. I need them. Please don't eat the gorilla biscuits. Do not eat the gorilla biscuits. Something I want to encourage all of you to do, please. And in addition to sitting down and thinking like if something is worth it to you, if something is fun to you, I want you guys to try to do at least one good thing for yourself every day. Okay. When are cookies opening again? Technically the raffle is open now, but the buy-in will be tomorrow after our zatsu. After that. I've thought about the reality in which I get talking and then forget to turn it on. If that ends up happening, you guys gotta remind me, okay? That one totally might happen. So try to stop in a bit earlier. Try to stop in a bit earlier, but I'll try to do that about 2 hours after I go live. Just be here early if you want to be safe, because I might flub something up. That is totally possible. That is totally possible. Thank you for the head pat, Richard. I make mistakes. I make mistakes on One Piece. Master Duel is miserable if you don't know how to build a deck. I wanna make a cute deck. Isn't what's that one archetype called? The one that has like all of the evolution looking ones. That one's pretty good, right? I don't remember what that one's called, but I had a buddy who showed me all of the cute, like, little fluffy evolution looking dudes, and that was like a whole archetype, and he was saying at the time that was like a pretty good deck type, and he was saying that one's like pretty affordable if you want to buy an actual deck and play too in real life. But I don't think I want to do that because, like, I don't know. I feel like the meta in card games moves so fast, and I don't have the money to keep up, even if I was going to buy just like one deck to try to be competitive. Sure, I would. Just let me get my gloves from the car. What do you mean? What do you mean? For the last time, stop calling my chest macroplastics? Something I've heard in a Target? What? Their chest? I don't understand how that could be macroplastics. I don't understand. I think about biting through water bottles sometime. See, I don't know, like, that is one of the... I have a bad thing to tell you guys. I have a very bad thing to tell you guys. Breast implants? Oh, wait, aren't those usually silicone? Those are usually silicone, right? But I have kind of a bad naughty thing to tell you guys. You know how they have like the hard plastic caps on water bottles? I used to just pop those into my mouth and chew on them. I put them in my mouth and I would chew on them. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. That's normal? Is it? Is it? Drinkable plastic, you say? What I need is gorilla biscuits. Face, don't eat the gorilla biscuits. I did put. I would like to say. I put the dog Oreos up on my throne. If anybody wants me to eat dog Oreos on stream, I'll do it. I will do it. We crave the steroids and plastics, Haru. Thank you for resubscribing for the 3rd month, CyberAngle Ben 10. Also, don't call me a dog. How are you doing today, CyberAngle Ben 10? And how are you, Bob Saget? Hello, Haru. I come into the stream and see someone in chat saying, "Oh, breast implants mere moments ago." Yeah, those are made of silicone, I think. I don't think those are made of plastic. I'm pretty sure. I used to chew plastic lollipop sticks. I would chew on... I would chew on the plastic water bottle lids, and like honestly, that do not do as I do. Do not do as I do on One. One good thing equals watch Haru. That means a lot to me. Can I cut it into thin strips and turn it into 3D printing filament? Huh? the cocoa and vanilla plastic concoction, you probably shouldn't even consider making that. It's probably not good for you to breathe in the fumes from melting plastic. If I had to make an educated, smart heckhound style guess, you know, probably a bad thing to breathe in. Don't breathe that in. Too late. I've eaten some strange things that shouldn't be eaten. Do you have any examples for us? Probably a better chewable than my knuckles. Yeah, don't chew on your knuckles. Don't chew on your knuckles. What's your most dang they got away with that emote? Because I think I have some of you beat. What do you mean dang they got away with that? Please don't post any dongers or anything in chat. That'll get you will be slapped. You'll be slapped upside the head, on face. Okay, don't post those. Don't post those. Yeah, silicone. Why can you buy monkey biscuits on Amazon? Can you? Hold on. Amazon. Can you buy gorilla biscuit? Wait, they sure do have monkey biscuits on Amazon. Don't buy monkey biscuits off Amazon. I don't know what is in these things. Exotic nutrition monkey biscuits, standard, 3 pounds. It says do not delete for some reason. Here's a picture. Here's a picture for you on face. Here are the monkey biscuits. Don't buy these. Don't buy these. You can do better. They kind of look gross. A little bit. Honestly, I chew on wood popsicle sticks every time. I hate that texture. That feels so weird and gross on your teeth. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. What if I dip the gorilla biscuits into the horse electrolyte water like an afternoon tea? You'd probably have a heart attack. You should instead dip your gorilla biscuits into the melted plastic mixture. You gotta keep everything in balance. You know how they would have like leeches keeping the bad stuff out of your humors back in the day, and they would do like bloodletting because you gotta keep your humors in balance. The gorilla munch Alumphys will provide the steroids and the masculinity that you need in your diet. The microplastics will provide the anti-steroids and the femininity that you need in your diet. All things in balance. All things in balance. Melting plastic fumes are actually good for your lungs. I don't know about that. Alumphys don't breathe in melting plastic. They're made of silicone. Source: every single non-family friendly show in the 90s onwards, making funny fake boob jokes. Don't breathe in the melting plastic fumes on my face. 3D printer fumes are only a problem if you're using a resin printer. I've heard you want to keep it in a ventilated space regardless of what kind you're using, because I actually had a 3D printer for a while since I'm pretty big into cosplay. Are they made with monkeys or... No, they're not made out of monkeys. Hold on, let me see if it says what are in these. Target audience keyword. Hold on, these are monkey biscuits. Let me save this image for you real quick on one phase. Something seems a little bit off about this. This will go on my desktop real quick. Something tells me this right here is not right. This is not right. Target audience keyword. Target audience keyword. I don't think the gorilla biscuits are necessarily marketed towards this audience. Why do they think this target audience will be on the computer? It's not for me. It's not for me! Okay. These aren't made for me. I'm a wolf. I'm a heckam. Nowhere, there is not a single part in my name that you can consider dog. I'm just saying, pop them in an air fryer and you got chicken nuggets. Are these falafel? No. No. But let me see. Does it say what are in these? Crunchy and excellent for inhibiting excess tooth growth. Oh, okay. They have the ingredients here. They have the. Oh my god, this is such a list. Ground corn, ground wheat, dehulled soybean meal, wheat middlings, animal fat preserved with BHA, dry whey, corn gluten meal, dehydrated alfalfa meal, dried beet pulp, sucrose, fish meal, calcium carbonate, brewer's dried yeast. This list goes on and on. On and on and on. 15% crude protein. Aren't those bad for people or something? I think I've heard that before. I think. What if I use the plastic mixture like honey for the tea? Don't do that. Mom, Harsh trying to bring back the 4 humors into medicine. Someone's gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it. Aren't they macroplastics at that point? Aren't what macroplastics? You truly don't realize how much you'll miss a streamer till they're gone for a week. Anyway, bye Hackown, lurking temporarily. Plan to return if I don't sleep first. Bye Bob Saget, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! You're free to go if you wish. I'm not gonna cry if I don't get to say goodbye. I'm not gonna cry. There have been some LMVs who, like, I have wanted to reach out and been like, hey, have you been okay? How have you been doing? You know, because they're not around anymore. I'm reading that one site is selling them to feed to squirrels. Squirrels aren't monkeys, though. Harry's gonna bake Awofi biscuits. I'm teasing. I don't mind the limbo. As long as you're okay with it. Awofi biscuits one. Yeah, my cookies are the Awofi biscuits. My cookies are the Awofi biscuits. I've also eaten wall chalk. Why? How does this happen? How does this happen? Let me get a drink, Awofis. Let me have a sippy. Thank you for the head pat, Lexa. I don't realize how, like, badly my throat hurts until I'm actually, like, until I actually, like, take a drink of something. Let me see, are there any other, like, weird foods we can buy? Here's squirrel food. Here's primate diet biscuit. Here's some small animal donuts. Donut mineral block. Donut mineral block. What? What? They're for, like, hamsters or something? Let me scoot stuff around so we can have everything on screen at once. Do you guys have any idea what these are? Hi, kindly mimic. How is your Thursday going? Do you think God stays in heaven because he too fears what he's created? Heart is so sweet and caring. I love all of you, always. I don't think they're good for people, but I don't know if they're any worse than anything else. I think protein is just weird stuff like chicken butts. Honestly, I won't phase, like, try out some stuff that you haven't had before. Try out some stuff that you haven't had before. If you've never eaten, like, chicken's feet, for example, had some of those over the weekend. They are so good. They are so good. This is still like a no feet, no toes kind of stream, but eat your chicken feet. I won't phase, eat your chicken feet. They're delicious. They're delicious. I would recommend it to any of you. Anytime we're going to like hot pot or something like that, I won't phase. If you're ever coming out with me, you're eating the toes. I'm sorry, those toes are going in your mouth. You are going to have to lick the feet. That's just how it is. I got a peanut butter Oreo dog treat here. I would eat one. I would 100% eat one. Finally getting my car fixed on Saturday. No more bumming rides for this guy. That sounds nice. Like, I hate when I need to ask people to take me places. I want to eat one so bad. Hi Valerie, bending over. How are you today? How is your Thursday going? It takes me like a few seconds to think of what day it is. I feel a bit dumb on one face. I feel a bit dumb. But would you take a chomp out of the hard mineral donut block made for squirrels? Little chew blocks for hamsters and rats. Powdered laundry detergent has an interesting taste. I was unsupervised a lot and like the feel of certain things, so you just put them in your mouth? You should be mindful about what you eat. You should be mindful about what you eat. Well, let me see if we can find any other, like, I don't know, bangers in here. We'll go back to looking at the gorilla munch. There's more primate food. Here's a picture of somebody's squirrel eating the gorilla biscuits. Check this out. This is somebody's pet squirrel. They're feeding them the gorilla biscuits on these. Look for the gallons of lube. I don't think we wanna. Actually, no, I do wanna. I saw a really funny one time. I saw a really funny one. An industrial lube barrel. You can buy an industrial sized barrel of lube. Please. Here you go. Passion. Natural water-based lubricant. Perfect to use alone or with your lover. Cleans up easily. Out of context, we got him. Try balut. Heard it tastes like chicken noodle soup. I don't want to try balut. That sounds so gross. That sounds like crazy nasty to me. Banned in New York? What's banned in New York? The gorilla munch? The gorilla munch? That looks like a Half-Life 2 barrel. Oh, please. Let me see. This is a 55-gallon barrel of lube, and I would like to note on one face comes with a handy pump. Comes with a handy pump in case you need to you know, get down to business. Sealing myself in the lube barrel. I think honestly, if you find somebody small enough. Hi Sheroiga, how's your Thursday treating you? I think if you are if you find somebody small enough, you could probably seal them inside of the water-based lube barrel, and they would drown in the lube. Just saying. And like, the police would never think to check whenever they come looking for the body. They would never think to check inside of your 55-gallon barrel of water-based lubricant. Dunking Haru into the lube barrel to improve aerodynamics? No. Air itself would slide off of me if you did that. I wasn't told fiberglass was a bad thing to eat, and I like the crunch. What I later learned was little shards of glass. Oh, DTW. I'm glad you're still with us. I'm glad you're still with us today. Let me see. Here's... This looks photoshopped. Hold on, let me double check and make sure she doesn't have anything visible. Oh, okay. I should be able to show this on stream. She's not wearing clothes. You can take a bath in the lube barrel on phase. You can take a bath. Only 55 gallons. I use it within a week. Imagine going to any bedroom or establishment of any kind and seeing that barrel. What if you fill up a waterbed with the lube? I don't know. I don't know if that would feel significantly different or not. Honey, bring the lube pump. Haru, that's the first place they're looking? Why would they look in the 55-gallon barrel of lube? That's not a place anybody would store a dead body. Let me see, is there anything else good in the related objects? Does anybody else have any other, like, good, cool things I can look up, like the lube barrel? Look at this one. I think this one's car lube, but, like, this is another, like, you could easily seal somebody up in here. Easily. Do not drown Haru in the lube barrel. I won't phase. I won't phase. There's the lube crate? Is there a crate? Why do these come in barrels? Cause they're liquid. They're liquid, duh. Why wouldn't they come in barrels? Let me see, lube crate. I'm not seeing a crate. I am going to have my recommended search things turned very not good after the— Wait! Wait! I think I just found you can buy an entire— never mind, these are tiny. These are tiny. I thought you could buy an entire train car on Amazon. Never mind. I was getting a little excited. I was getting a little excited. Let me type in train. Yeah, these are just tiny trains. These are just tiny trains. If I saw a 55-gallon barrel of lube, the first thing I'd do is open it. I mean, what if like you need storage, right? And you— I don't know, like you had a bunch of leftovers from like Thanksgiving and you filled the 55-gallon barrel of lube up with cranberry sauce. You know? What about that? You could you're making a Thanksgiving sandwich and you're like, honey, get the lube pump. I have a mighty craving, and you pump some cranberry sauce onto your Thanksgiving sandwich. I remember one with some dude skydiving with a lube barrel. Did it like explode whenever it hit the ground? That sounds like that would blow up. I've got one for you, Haru. Gonna DM it. I'll check it during break time. Who the heck is having 55 gallons of cranberry sauce? Well, who is using 55 gallons of lube? I think these are similar questions. They're probably the same people. The person who is using the— wait, is this the lube crate you were talking about? Wait, is it this? Wait, is it not working? Hold on. Is it this? This? Yes! Imagine you just get like, you have a freight train and you're like, yeah, we're gonna be busy this weekend, and you order like 10 of these. That's it. Me when I was a teenager? No. This combo started out messed up and has only gone downhill since then. There's an image on the page. Yeah, like you just get like a couple of these, and like you hand out your you hand out your red Solo party cups, and like you're like, oh, okay, only 1 cup of lube per person. And like everybody fills up their red party cup, and they go off to enjoy the party. One cup each though, because you're not made of money. You're not made of money. Parties? I don't think there are too many parties that are going to need a 55-gallon barrel of lube. I don't know, maybe I'm a loser. Maybe I'm not hanging around the right people. Maybe I don't have the right friends or something. You know? I could definitely see that being the case. I could see that being the case. Maybe if I were to hang around like cooler groups of people, maybe I would understand why some people need the the industrial lube crate delivered by freight train. I mean, specific kinds of parties. Hold on, are there any other good ones? There's like gun lubricant. Wait. This one's tiny, but this is a tiny picture. But do you guys see? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see on this face? Just saying. This is looking awful familiar. Awful familiar. Umbrella, yeah. Yeah. They make grease. They make aeroshell gun grease. No! They're a real company, I won't be. They're a real company. How did this company not sue Capcom? Do they... Wait! This is an actual... Oh, okay. This has to have come after Resident Evil. Let me just copy this link and paste in here. I don't know how it's going to like this one, but here's like an Amazon page that I can't make it any bigger. I can't make it any bigger, unfortunately. That's sad. That's sad, I won't face. But there is an entire store on Amazon that's just like all Umbrella stuff, and they have like a bunch of gun related stuff. They've got like hoodies, they've got like t-shirts and stuff, and like I don't know, that sounds like one of the two parties would get sued. Either Capcom would get sued by them because like they somehow allowed this company to exist, or Capcom would sue them into oblivion and they would no longer exist. What does the UCWRG stand for? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can find out what that means. No. Wait. Hold on. I might have found it. Umbrella Corporation Weapon Research Group. Weapon Research Group. Here's a cool T-shirt you can buy on these. You can be part of the Umbrella Corp. Just buy their $30 T-shirt. I don't know if those are the right people. What do you mean? Have you read the reviews on the 55-gallon lube? No! Wait, no, it's called Lube Life, I think? I enjoy that we have our target audience banner up there to let the newcomers know we only pander to dogs here. Hold on. Let's do a little bit of reading on the industrial lube barrel. Oh God! The industrial barrel of lube costs $1,735. Why is the Discord link expired? Is it expired again? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Does that not work? It works on my machine? Is that like good for everyone else? If that is expired, if that link right there is expired, let me know. Let me know, okay? I'm gonna leave the target audience thing up there. I like that one, Omphys. The one in the about. Oh, I forgot to change that one. I forgot to change that one. It's weird because Discord has an option to set your invite links to never expire, and I did that, but it expired anyway. I don't know why it expired. Let me see, Omphys. Let me see. Let me look up Lube Life real quick. I don't see any big funny ones here. Here's one that looks like it looks like a cupcake. They have a cupcake on the front. Well, let's see, Omphys. Let's see. 55 gallons of lube and a kiddie pool equals 2 hours of fun. 2 broken fingers and 1 destroyed relationship. One heck of a welcome back party. Yeah, I thought I was gonna be totally stoked by 55-gallon drum of passion water-based lube. Nope, this is different stuff. This is not a slippery and thinner. It requires a lot more to have a lot of fun. Wait, this person actually bought one! This person actually bought one! Hold on, I want these. They have an actual picture of it. I didn't think anybody would actually buy this. Look at that. They have it all set up. Somebody actually paid like $2,000 for this. I was always just kind of under the assumption that these kinds of things were not actually used by real human beings and they existed just for a joke. Just for a joke. Am I naive for thinking that? Am I sheltered on one of these? Like, nobody's going to use a 55-gallon barrel full of lube. Nobody. Here's another 5-star review. Great for nursing homes. You may not know this, but the sexiest places in America right now are nursing homes. A man who can still function can get more tail than a pot of orca. What? Well, I happen to run an old folks home, and well, let's just say they need a little assist. Oh god. They need a little assistance in the slip and slide department. The pensioners are always coming up to me and trying to pass me some cash so I could get them some personal, quote-unquote, moisturizer. At least they used a euphemism. I was fine making the occasional trip to the drugstore or the local sex shop. But when the janitor complained about his mysteriously disappearing floor wax, I decided something had to be done. Enter Passion Natural Water-Based Lubricant 55-gallon. The population of this assisted living facility has never been so happy. Thank you, Passion, for seeing a need and meeting it so very well. Olympies, I don't think that's real. I don't think that's real. Well, Martha, better go to the garage and get a cup of lube. This is just hanging out in the dude's garage with like a bunch of tools and stuff. He's gonna go through it fast, I'm sure. It's the sugar-free gummy bear reviews all over again. I don't even know if I want to know about that one. I don't know if I want to know what you're talking about. That's actually true. Old people are actually really frisky in old folks' homes. See, I've heard that before as well. I've heard that before, and like, I don't think I don't think I'm going to be active at that age. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. What if you need to lube up your elephant to slip it through a hard-to-get-through space? Yeah, you need to fit your baby elephant through your front door, but you gotta coat him all up. I'm glad I had you read the reviews. I'm cracking up at my desk. One more, Alumphys, one more. Oh god, this one is so long. I'm not actually gonna read this one, but look at this one. They quote Boku no Pico. They talk about their anime club. So something tells me this is probably not a real one either. Most likely. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe I'm naive. Here you go, Alumphys. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jen. Copy pasta. With how big it is, it's hard for me to tell. Here, you can enjoy this, Alumphys. You can enjoy this. I didn't really like look through this whole thing. I don't know if it's fine to have this up on stream or not. I don't know. Haru, old people's homes are sex central. I don't like the sound of that. I know it's true, but I choose to refute it. Just because I don't like the way that sounds. I don't like the way that sounds. Real question, how come you know about Boku no Pico? Everybody that's been on the internet knows about that. Everybody that's been on the internet has fallen prey to that joke. Everybody. Everybody. Let me see. Are there any other smaller ones? 5-star review from Andy. It says amazing. Great, but I can't believe it only lasted me one night. There's another really long one. Those are all the reviews it wants to show me on the face. All people's homes. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, okay? I'm not saying that one. I'm getting this review off screen. You've been very bad, Olympias. You've been very naughty. You were going to be sealed away inside of the 55-gallon drum of lube for 2 hours for your punishment. You ever heard of the GTA Vice City Coke mirror? It's the coolest collector's item I've seen. No. Vice City Coke mirror. Which one? Is it? I don't think I'm seeing the one. Is it this? Is it this thing? I've never seen this before. This looks like it's just a tiny hand mirror. Something tells me this isn't the right thing. Something tells me. It's just like a tiny hand mirror. Perfect for Oh, you didn't mean Coca-Cola! You didn't mean Coca-Cola! Wait! No! Wait! Haru? How? Coca-Cola is a big product. Coca-Cola is a big product. Easy mistake to make. So this is for this is for doing your fun sugar on. You sweet innocent cinnamon roll. Look, I hear brand plus Coke. Thank you for the head pat, Lexa. My thoughts do not immediately go to cocaine. Maybe that's a problem with me, but conversely, Elmonfees, maybe that's a problem with you. Maybe that's a problem with you if your mind immediately goes to cocaine. Sweet Haru. Sometimes I wonder about you. Is that not like a normal, regular assumption to make? Like, they have... Okay, here's another example. This is a perfect example for you. Let me pull up photos even. Okay. So, they have, here's an entire collection of them. Let me save this and put this up on screen. Let me save this and pop it up for you guys real quick. They have some Final Fantasy Coca-Cola products. Okay, they're tiny little figures. And one would immediately think Coca-Cola, not cocaine, right? Hold on, this is too big. Let me resize this. These are Coca-Cola Final Fantasy figures. They've got 8 stuff, they've got 9 stuff, they've got 10 stuff, 7 stuff in there, and Vice City was about drugs in Miami. What does Coca-Cola have to do with Final Fantasy? I don't know. GTA is raunchy though? Yes, but Final Fantasy has some like mature adult themes, right? You could imagine Cloud doing a line of Coca-Cola. It'll give you a stat boost. What does Final Fantasy have to do with ramen? Yeah, they've got the funny the funny. Oh, what is that stuff? What's the brand? Cup noodle. The cup noodle ramen like hat. You guys have seen that one, right? For Final Fantasy 15. I don't think they did anything quite that like weird and silly and out there for 16. Haru? What do you mean, Howl? What do you mean, Haru? All right, let me get this off screen. Okay, L1Vs. Let me remember how I start a poll. I'm going to ask you guys. Are you going to be upset if I stop early because my throat hurts? If I can, how do I do that? Here we go. New poll. Will you be upset? Yes or no? Yes if you were upset. No if you're like, nah, that's cool. Go for it. If you were fine with me taking a break, say no. Say no. By a break, I mean an ending stream for the night. My throat hurts. My throat hurts. I'd get some nice warm tea. But before I go, I guess I should scoot back over. I do have one final thing. One final thing to show you. I prepared a limited edition video game console for you today. Please take care and rest. It's not as bad as the Coke Spoon Rockstar did for Ballad of Gay Tony. Wait, Coke Spoon. Ballad of Gay Tony Coke Spoon. Do you do? Do you do drugs off a spoon? Is that a thing? This isn't real, right? What would you use it for? What do you use it for? Sometimes you cut it with a long nail? What am I looking at? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's a long golden spoon. I don't know how you do drugs. I don't know how you do drugs. Do you really want an answer to that question? Kind of, yeah. A bump, I believe. What's a bump? What's a bump? Yes. I don't understand how you would use the spoon for drugs. Whatever. I have video games to show you, Olympians. I have a video game console to show you. Okay. Oh, okay. 82% of you will not be upset with me, but that means 18% of you will be upset with me. 18% of you are going to be absolutely livid with me. Your special edition console for the day, LMVs. I gotta preface this with, I have never heard any of their music in my life. Here's the Limp Bizkit Dreamcast. I don't know a single Limp Bizkit song. I don't know anything about them except my buddy really likes Fred Durst. I don't know why. I don't know anything about him. This isn't really like, it doesn't have like Limp Bizkit, I don't know, branding on it or anything like that. Fred Durst, man. I thought you were about to tell me he like, I don't know, died or something. Is he still alive? Is he still like kicking? Keep rolling? Break stuff? Or are those like names of their songs? See, I don't know anything about Limp Bizkit, but here's the special limited edition Limp Bizkit Dreamcast. There's no stopping the Sega marketing machine. And in fact, this actually reminds me, Limp Bizkit, what was it? SegaNet? There was like an online service for, what was the SegaNet for? Hi Nick Doomington, how are you doing? There was an online service for some Sega console, and they had Limp Bizkit. I guess it was the Dreamcast, because he's holding a Dreamcast controller there. They had Limp Bizkit promote it for some reason. Were they like... Were they popular? Were they popular? Also, hi Laha. How are you? I'm good. You? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Other than the fact that I'm sick. I am sick, and I'm probably going to end stream here shortly, but I have a limited edition console to show you guys first. They really seemed like they liked Limp Bizkit at Sega for some reason. I don't know any of their music at all. Rock rap, new metal was huge in the late 90s, early 2000s. Hi Hard, long time no see. Hi GQ dude. I feel so bad. I'm gonna end today's stream early, and like everybody's rolling in now. I feel so bad, Olympies. I feel so bad. How are you today, GQ dude? It's good to see you. Here's like a bunch of promo material, and they've got like the picture of Fred Durst there, like signing the consoles. If you get your butt kicked, it's probably me on the other end of the line, says SegaNet member Fred Durst. It's funny to see these guys looking hard in bucket hats. Is that a bucket hat? Wait, is that not just like a backwards baseball cap? It is, right? Yeah, I think that's just a regular hat. I swear, I knew somebody that looks exactly like the dude in the red hat at One Piece. I swear. Pretty popular back in the day. They put him in a lot of games as an unlockable character. Okay, so it's actually kind of funny that you mentioned that. I do recall hearing a while back that, Mr. Fred Durst was pretty open to have any of Limp Bizkit's music in, like, pretty much any video game on the one condition that he wanted to be added as a character. That's why he was, like, an unlockable character for a bunch of games. Laha's doing gravy, home from work. Feel better, how are you? I'll try to take it easy, get some nice warm tea after we're done with stream for today, and then I don't know, just relax and rest for the rest of the day. I'm hopeful I'm going to be all better and like be able to do a full stream tomorrow, because tomorrow is when our cookie, the early bird entries are going to go live on One Piece. Make sure you're here tomorrow. Was Limp Bizkit the Down with the Sickness guys? No, those were Disturbed. Those were Disturbed. And I gotta be honest, One Piece, I kind of like Disturbed. I like Disturbed a tiny bit. Some of their music's pretty good. And here's like the weird Dreamcast demo kiosk stations that I guess they had at like some of their concerts or something. I don't know what the Mobile Assault Tour is, but they had the weird little seemingly drivable Dreamcast van block? I don't really know how I would describe this vehicle. I'm not sure. Do you have any guess what this thing would be, Amonfis? What you would classify this vehicle as? A truck? Maybe? He looks pretty generic, so I don't blame you. That's Fred Durst. I'm doing fine. Sorry you're feeling ill. It's because I got dragged out of the house. Every time I get dragged out of the house, I get sick, Amonfis. I get sick every single time. And here's a... This looks like maybe a different one. Yeah, this has something to do with the IGN there, and like they're playing assumedly at some similar demo kiosks. A golf cart. Wasted resources? What do you mean? I think it's cool. ATV, a dune buggy, APC. It's obviously a mobile assault tour, Haru. Thank you, Howl. Thank you. But like, I don't know, the people are there, they're trying out the Dreamcast. Early 2000s had such a bad style. Everybody looks like they're wearing the same pants. Like, the dude up front looks like he's wearing the same pants as that guy, like, in the back there that's looking right at the camera. Har is literally allergic to grass, hence he cannot touch it. Yeah, like, Alamphase. I'm actually factually, legitimately not even like, I don't know, making a funny joke. I'm allergic to grass. I cannot touch grass. I cannot touch grass. My throat feels like it's on fire right now. You're welcome. Look at that picture. Not a phone in sight. Just enjoying the moment. The dude in the back with like the skeleton singing shirt or whatever, he's just overjoyed by the fact that he noticed the dude with the camera was about to take a picture and he was able to jump in time. You guys don't wear baggy cargo pants? I have never worn cargo pants in my entire life on One Face. Never. Remember when you could rent Dreamcast from Blockbuster? I don't think I've ever been into a Blockbuster. They still have exactly one Blockbuster in, like... I want to say it was maybe, like, Oregon, maybe Washington. And, like, they're very proud of being, like, the last Blockbuster. They make a fair amount of money selling, like, fake passes and, like, merchandise and stuff, from my understanding. Well, wait, I was joking. I'm sorry, Haru. That sounds legit terrible. Don't worry, I'm not, like... I don't, like, go out and roll around in the grass very often. So, like, it usually doesn't come into play, but I am actually, like, legitimately allergic to grass. It is not great. Like, during summertime, I get pretty bad allergies. Even if I just have, like, the window open or something like that. It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, but it's not like the worst allergy in the world. It's not like a food allergy. It doesn't really prevent me from, like, eating anything that I'm aware of. Those are jorts. You can see his socks. I hate the term jorts on movies. Okay. I'm gonna take it easy. We're gonna end stream here, I think, since you guys said that you wouldn't hate it. You wouldn't hate me too much if I were to end stream early today. Let's see. We've got some choices here. Thank you for the head patch, Shiroga. We can go to... Are you guys interested in Thief Gold? Are you interested in Dragon Quest III HD 2D? Are you interested in, Shadow X Sonic Generations? Are you winning? Hi Pudding, hi Finbar, sorry, I'm about to raid somebody, I'm sick. I'm sick. Do any of those speak out to you, Amonviz? Or Nine Souls? Actually, let me raid Vera. I don't get to raid Vera very often. I feel like there are a lot of people that just, their times don't align well with me. Wait, no, Renoxy, I haven't raided her since she's been back. Let's go raid Renoxy Amonviz. At least we got some Zatsu, Daniel. Yeah, you'll get more Zatsu tomorrow, Amonviz. We'll get more Zatsu tomorrow, and hopefully I'm feeling well enough to actually play Shadow the Hedgehog, because that's what we've got lined up for tomorrow. And we gotta we gotta play through the entire thing before the movie comes out. We gotta play the entire thing, Amonviz. Also, super sorry, Renoxy is currently playing Sonic Adventure 1, so this'll set your mood for tomorrow. Okay, Amonviz? But tomorrow, after our Zatsu, is when the early bird cookie packages are gonna go live. If you have 25,000, 50,000, or 100,000 points, tomorrow is probably your only chance. Your only chance to be able to get a guaranteed box of cookies from me. Make sure do you have a poster for cookie info? I had a link to it somewhere. What do you mean by poster? What do you mean by poster? I've got this here. You guys are gonna need to sign up for this form. You can do that ahead of time. Let me, what's our raid message? Heckhound raid. Heckhound raid. I always leave the raid message until the last second, but make sure you're here tomorrow if you want to get cookies on Fizz. We're gonna do that. It'll be like the end of the month whenever I do the raffle. But I love you, Fizz. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice night. Have a nice night.